Hello and welcome to a sketchbook tour. Last time we were together at the sketchbook tour, I showed you the first half of this little but chunky boy. And today we're going to see what's inside. I finished it, but before I will be showing you this one, I want to briefly talk about my plans about next sketchbooks. And here we are. I actually want to start this beautiful sketchbook, which is produced by Nina Cosford. It was given to me as a birthday gift, and I wanted to have this sketchbook for so long. And I'm so happy that I have it now, and it is time to start it actually. It has beautiful envelope here on the back. Paper is, excusez-moi, paper is like relatively thin, so I think about pencil sketches, color pencils, graphite pencil, and maybe occasional ballpoint pen and fountain pen. So it will be the next sketchbook, but I really want to film the beginning. It will be start a sketchbook with me video, so I'm still stalling because I didn't have time to properly film it. So I decided to have in between sketchbook, and that is actually one of the Catalonian stores. It's a chain store of books and different it's not art supplies, how to call it, different pens, pencils, school materials and everything. So basically it's just like school notebook. It's very cheap. It costed me like €1 something, and it's 48 pages. It's 80 grams. It's very thin paper, very simple, very thin paper. And I use it most unapologetically as like life drawing sketchbook. Unpreciously, I didn't really do a lot of life drawing sketches lately, and I decided to give it a try. And it's like just in between sketchbook. It's not even sketchbook. It's not even a book. It's notebook. It's very simple. It's like falling apart already because it's very cheap. So yeah, and if you were kind of intimidated by anything like that, you know, fancy sketchbook with a name, try this one instead. Something simple, something very low effort priced. And now let's get back to my little boy. And I want to remind you that I did this little boy. I wanted to do it with the fountain pen, but for some reasons I didn't, and I decided to do it with the ballpoint pen. And I really love these pens, big pens, but they are better for very smooth paper. And paper in this sketchbook is not very smooth. It's a little bit yellowish, as you can see, and it even has a little bit of texture on it. So this, like, it didn't feel right to do it with this pen. Even though if I really love it, it's an amazing pen with amazing history. There is an like mind-blowing actually video about history of these big crystal ballpoint pens, and I will link it in the description. I think I really recommend you to listen to it because it's just like unbelievable. This little dude, it's revolutionary. It's revolutionary pen, which played a big role in the world becoming more literate than it was before. So yeah, mostly I used this pen here because it's a little bit more jelly-like, so it was okay to use it with such a textured paper. It's Pilot Super Grip, and we were laughing so hard with my friends because it sounds similar to kind of like super mushroom, because in Russian grip is mushroom, so it's kind of super mushroom pen, and it's just like stupid and funny. And yeah, I use this pen. I used a lot of them, and I lost one, and now I have, I think, 4, which are in different corners of my apartment, and I really love them. The only thing is, though, that I really think that some of them were not original. They were kind of like counterfeit, because they smudged, not smudged. What is they had this like the ink was forming like these little dirt balls. I don't remember how it's called properly in English. Some of them did not, but now I'm looking at them. These two, for example, are different, and they have a little bit different color of the rubber, and a little bit different color of the plastic even. So maybe really some of them, because it's very popular pen, it's Pilot, right? And I bet there is a lot of counterfeits for Pilot, unfortunately. So yeah, I will try to kind of have closer attention where I buy these pens, and if they are counterfeit or not, and I will let you know. But so far this is like my favorite pen. Yeah, so let's move on. This dude is my great pride, because it's done from imagination. It's the NPC character from our D&D campaign, and he is a goblin that we didn't kill, and he became chef. His name is Droop, and he's a weird little sweet dude. Yeah, so I really love him. I try to do this from life. As you can see, I was on my daily sketch streak. It broke a few times, but that's okay. I went to Tarragona. I did this not from lives though, but like later from the photo. This is my dog, and I try to get back to drawing her more and more, and maybe occasionally I will do a painting of her. I don't know. And I love to prompt my son to give me tasks, and he gave me the task, draw this book cover, and he gave me Six of Crows book I've been reading back then, and I did like part of the book cover, because, and actually it's funny thing that I didn't really recognize that it has a city in the wings in the beginning, but there is a city in the wings. And here I copied Svetlin Minotaur from the Greek myths book that my son been reading. There were some magical items, and here I was listening to Critical Role Mighty 9 campaign somewhere like very in the beginning, and I sketched a tent from the beginning of the campaign. And here we go. Some of them are from photos, some from imagination, and I try to, in this sketchbook, I really try to let myself loose and just to see what will come up from under this pen. As you remember, I think that I told it in the first video that I didn't use any like pencil under drawing, so everything is done right away in pen, because I didn't want to second guess myself too much, and I just like wanted to feel free. And I had notes here saying that sketching dog in full frontal view is tricky, and the note to myself, do more of that. And here is my dog. I tried to do the front frontal. She looks a little bit silly here, but to be honest, she does look silly. Even now, she's getting older. Her teeth are like starting slowly to fall off, and she really looks older than she used to, and it's super cute, I think. And this one, I'm very proud of this one. I did this on the sketch club that I'm hosting. I host 2 sketch clubs at the moment, so this one on the newer sketch club, where I actually prepare mood boards for participants, and this was skulls and plants. And it's rosehip flowers, I think. Am I correct? I think it's rosehip, right? And the fish skull. I messed up this jaw, but I think it looks still really formidable. And I love how black background looks. It takes a lot of time to make this background very black, but it looks stunning, I think. And the continuation of the plants and skulls and plants and bodies. I think I did this one from imagination, and I'm very proud every time I do anything from imagination. And house and chicken legs, definitely from imagination. And this one is Hakea laurina. So it's like, I think that was maybe from life. I was doing some copies of some historical lettering pieces, which I like to do sometimes. And this was also my idea for the sketchbook. I wanted to do more of letters with illustrations in this sketchbook, as you remember. Maybe you don't, so that I'm reminding you. This is a little bit from life. We went to the seaside with my son and his friends, and there was like a castle. Fortunately, I didn't finish this sketch. We went away, so it's kind of in the unfinished stage, but that's okay. I suck at faces, as you may see, but I really want to get better eventually. Because I really want to be able to do faces from life. And yes, I really wanted it to be anthropomorphic, but not very human face, but still this face has some problems with anatomy, and I really want to be able to draw real faces, to know how to distort them, to make fantasy faces. That's one of the ideas that I want. Some birdies and houses. I'm also with this sketchbook, I really had this idea of finding my themes, what comes up more often. I mean, frogs obviously do. So, and I really wanted to understand what are my themes, what I enjoy doing rather than what I enjoy watching. So this guy was just a portrait of dude in hat from Pinterest, but I decided to mushroom him. And yeah, I don't really do well with skulls and faces, so I really need to do more practice. But this one was made from life, and I'm very proud of that as well. It's very popular plant here in Spain. And yeah, more Spanish vibes. These are not from life. These are from, I think, Pinterest photos. But what I've been telling you, this dude and this dude, they will be all about drawing from life and drawing from the streets of my little town where I live. And I promise you, for the next sketchbook tour, I can tell you, oh, this is a door I pass by every day, something like that. But we will see how it goes, but I'm aiming for that. I tried to do this one quickly from life while I was waiting near a cafe when my friend pays for his coffee. So you can definitely see how unsure my line is compared to when I do work, when I have more time and when I work with reference, right? So I need to like kind of make them closer. But yeah, that's okay too. So birds and the lighthouse. I love lighthouses. Some, I don't know, Apuncia, mushroom, rabbit snake. And here's some messages from Lucas. Maybe it have some swearing words. He's very much into swearing words now in Spanish, yeah. And I did this from life. We were in the cafe with my mother-in-law. She was visiting us for Semana Santa. And it's completely wrong date here. I think it should be actually April. They were here in April for Semana Santa, so. And here's Lucas, also from life. And this is Semana Santa. And this is the church in Barcelona, piece of church. And I really want to tackle architecture in sketches, and I need to learn how to do it properly. In a way, not properly maybe, but in a way that I like it. So here's like different pieces of Lucas, different shapes. He moves quickly, as you may guess, because he's a child. And here are more sketches from photo references from the sketch clubbing or from my daily sketch phase. And this is Lucas. And he actually loves every time I draw him. He's like, did you draw me lately? Show me. And sometimes he likes it, sometimes he does not, but he doesn't forbid me at least to do it, you know. I really like this sketch because I really want to do maybe like a poster or a postcard in color using this sketch. I really want to do more of that when I use my sketches for like proper later work, or maybe even to do some canvas acrylic ones. So we'll see how it goes. I will keep you reported. This is another fancy frog priest and some stupid wolf. Or maybe he's not wolf, I don't know. And it was San Jordi. San Jordi is a fiesta of books and roses. It's Catalonian celebration of books and storytelling and everything, and it's a big thing here. And of course, as a book girl that I am, I'm absolutely in love with that. So I did this rose at that day. This was done from life. I've been waiting for a friend and had a chance to do the quickly sketch. And here comes some imaginary, I think this bird I did from imagination, which makes me very proud actually, because you can clearly see that this bird is standing on a surface. I'm very proud that I was able to tackle that. Species. So I'm from photo reference, and this is something from Lucas. I don't understand. I will ask him. I need to do something as well here. And here we went to Falset for the wine festival. And I love spreads like that. I think it should be May here. Yeah, it should be May. So what was with me and dates? And it was in my sketch club when I started to do like themed mood boards, and I decided it would be for month. So month was like witchy month, and I did these things. And some more sketches. And yeah, still month of the witch. And we're almost close to the end, and here I have a few sketches that were done from life, I think, because I do a painting course now, and we have kind of like extra task to do as many sketches from life as we possibly can. So that's my own food. I was waiting for the train to go to Tarragona, and these were trees in front of the station, and we are done. Can you imagine? We are done. So let's quickly have a look. I wrote it down that I started this sketchbook at the 16th of June in 2024, and I finished it in May of 2025. There were some considerable breaks in this sketchbook. I think it's quite possible to finish it quicker, but I mean, this is what I have. And I think that most probably, I talked about it in the last video, maybe I will color some pages like that, and maybe I will film myself doing so, and maybe I will have something to talk about, because I have some ideas for the videos that I really would love to talk about. And yeah, and I need the footage, and I think this might be really nice footage, because this paper, it won't hold many layers of watercolor, but it definitely will hold at least one. So I think it might be really nice to give it some color splotches here and there. I think it might, it's like, for example, here there will be like big splotch of color, or like this woman might be like colored a little bit, or here. So I think maybe not every page, but some of the pages I will maybe color. So thank you for watching, and thank you for staying with me, and thank you for subscribing and commenting, and I will see you in the next one. And we will start this one soon, most probably in the next video. I cannot wait. It's so precious. Still doesn't really have even stickers. I love to have stickers on my sketchbooks. So yeah, bye bye.